Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So you can hear me? Okay, good. Okay, so let's start today's class. Today, my name is Fengzhe Cai. Moment, please. I show my screen. Okay, so I think you can see my screen, right?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, perfect. Okay, my name is Fengzhe Cai. I'm from the Department of Finance. And today's topic is about financial innovation. So in this topic, I'm going to introduce you the securities markets in Taiwan so that you can understand for general investors what kind of products, especially financial products, we can invest in order to manage our risk or to diversify our investments. Okay, and then I will introduce you about the options, so you can understand what kind of options we have. And so in the first 30 minutes, I will introduce most about the Taiwan stock markets, futures markets, options markets, and so on. And then the remaining time, I will introduce you call options, so you will understand the basics about options. And then after 2 hours, we will have a game that is Kahoot game, so that you can review what you learned today. And that's about the schedule of today's class. And before starting today's class, I would like to tell you the great policy of this course. As long as you attend this course, you can get 80 points. And I hope that you can ask some questions. You can get additional 10 points. You can post your question on message so that me or the other professor, Professor Zhang, will answer your question. Maybe some question we didn't answer you immediately. Maybe we will answer you later. So the TA will record who asked the questions. Then you can get additional 10 points. And in the final session of this course, we will have a game using Kahoot. And the rank 1 to rank 10 will get additional points, like top 1 will get additional 10 points, and top 2 additional 9 points, and so on. Okay, so that is about the grading policy of this 3-hour course. So far, any question about the course content and the grading policy? Okay, I think you have no problem. So the first thing I would like to define what is financial innovation. So when we mention about financial innovation, it refers to the process of creating new financial or investment products. Okay, so in Taiwan, we have many new products every year to invest. So I will introduce you some new products in Taiwan for general investors, such as if we want to invest the stocks in China, we can buy the ETF about China stocks. So we don't have to open an account in China. We can just invest in Taiwan securities market through the ETF referring to China stocks. Okay, so that's a kind of a new financial product. And also we have some new financial services. So I think everyone know that fintech is very popular in recent years. So many new financial services today in many countries that's also a kind of financial innovation. And we also have new financial investment processes. Okay, so all this belongs to financial innovations. And these changes can include updated technology, like today we have ABCD5, that is AI, B is blockchain, and C is clouding, and D is big data, and 5 is 5G. And many new updated technologies can apply to many industries, including financial industries. So that's a kind of also belongs to financial innovation. And we can have new changes in risk management. So we have more new products, so we can manage our risk better than before. Okay, and we can do like a risk transfer. If you don't like risk, you can transfer to someone who want to take the risk. Okay, we have many credit and equity generation, as well as many other innovations. Okay, so that's the domain of financial innovation. Okay, I think most of you not stay in Taiwan. So I would like to let you know something about the stock market in Taiwan. So in Taiwan, the stock market trading time is from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Okay, so for example, now it is 9:37 in Taipei. So the market is trading now. And for the stocks in Taiwan, generally, if we buy one stock, that means you buy 1,000 shares of the stocks. And this may differ from countries to countries. So later I introduce you something in US market. Then in United States, one stock, this is Taiwan. Okay, and one stock means 100 shares in United States. That is in US. Okay, so in different countries, maybe this may be different. Okay, so generally in Taiwan, you buy one stock, that means 1,000 shares of the stock. So for example, today, I would like to introduce you a stock very popular in Taiwan, that is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacture Company, TSMC. The stock of this company today is about $400 NT dollar. So if you want to buy one stock of TSMC, that means you have to pay times 1,000 shares. So the total amount is about 400,000 NT dollars. Okay, TSMC is the largest company in Taiwan, okay, and according to its market value. Okay, and it produces the chips for iPhones and many popular products. Okay, so this is something about the stock market in Taiwan. And if you want to trade, you want to buy the list companies such as TSMC, you can buy it from Taiwan Stock Exchange because it is listed in Taiwan Stock Exchange. Okay, so I would like to introduce you. You can go on the website of Taiwan Stock Exchange to understand more about Taiwan Stock Exchange. So let me show you the website. Okay, we have an English website for Taiwan Stock Exchange. And on the website, you can know better about the Taiwan Stock Exchange. And later, I would play a video about Taiwan Stock Exchange for you to understand better. Before that, I would like to let you know the index. So, for example, today, the index means the label to represent the total market in Taiwan. So today the index value is about 12,000, about 12,400 points. That is almost historical high of the Taiwan stock market. Okay, the highest value of Taiwan stock index value is about 12,686 points. It is very close to the historical high. Okay, so we have many index series, like not only the market index, you can see the financial index and many other index. And you can also see the listed companies in Taiwan Stock Exchange. Today, I think more than 800 companies listed in Taiwan Stock Exchange. And not only stocks, we also have TDR, okay, and warrant and bond and ETF and many other different kind of listed securities on Taiwan Stock Exchange. So the example I just gave you is if you want to invest in China, you can buy the ETF, that is exchange traded fund of ETF. You can think it like a fund. That means everyone invest a small amount of money, and the fund can collect those money and to buy many stocks. That is so-called fund. And ETF is that it tracked to a market, like it tracked to the China stock market, then it is a kind of ETF about China. Okay, so there are a lot of listed securities you can trade in Taiwan Stock Exchange. Okay, so all right, you can also see some rules, regulations about the stock market in China, in Taiwan. And okay, so now I would like to play a video about the Taiwan Stock Exchange for you. And I think Professor Zhang can help me to play the video.
Taiwan's social economic development is full of vitality, where technology and humanity, as well as innovation and tradition, converge. The Taiwan Stock Exchange Corporation, TWSC, contributes actively to economic and social development on all levels and serves to synergize Taiwan in all aspects. The trading platform established by the TWSC provides an efficient, trustworthy, reliable, and comprehensive trading mechanism based on technology and intelligence. The system responds instantly to changes in the market and helps to augment the trading environment in order to provide market participants with the best market operating mechanisms and keep the market open, transparent, and fair. It allows buyers and sellers to conduct stock investment in a safe and secure trading environment, thereby synergizing Taiwan's stock market and advancing economic development, which delivers our high dividend yields. With diversified enterprises island-wide, Taiwan's market has companies of all sizes, from global players to the SMEs, who contribute to our industrial competitiveness. It's our mission to enable companies with great potential to be listed and raise funds to expand their business. This enhances stock market development, creates jobs and investment opportunities. We serve listed companies, securities firms, and various investors. We help all the market participants through various educational forums, activities, and events to better enhance their knowledge of market trends. We are forever on the move to launch diversified investment products, which enable investors to have more portfolio choices and dynamic options. We value corporate governance and drive it as a priority for all listed companies, thus giving investors greater confidence in the tangible factors in our market. We help emerging industries to thrive, encourage startups to develop, and promote industrial innovation in all enterprises. The TWSC continues to expand its market size to increase the global visibility of Taiwan's corporations and the stock market through promotional events and activities. The TWSC cooperates with international financial institutions to promote cross-border services and closely connects with global financial markets. Established for nearly 60 years, the TWSC has provided a fair, effective, and safe trading environment for investors from around the world. And we foster innovation in local industries so that all participants may prosper and have sustainability. Synergizing all elements of the economy and market to bring about strong economic indicators that keep our industry strong, as well as staying closely tuned to global trends so that Taiwan continues to prosper in all areas.
Okay, thank you, Professor Zhang, to help me play the video about Taiwan Stock Exchange. So, to every student, if you have a question about Taiwan stock market, you can post your question on message and we will answer your question. So in the video, I think you can see some advantages of Taiwan stock market. The main industry in Taiwan stock market is electronics. So some famous companies such as TSMC, I just introduced you, is listed in Taiwan stock market. And the second largest industry is financial industry. Okay. And not only electronics and financial industries, we have also many popular companies, such as some companies producing bicycles, the largest one in the world, also listed in Taiwan stock market, and also many famous companies. I cannot list everyone, but in the video you also see we have some advantage. That is, we have very high dividend yield. Dividend means the company pay the cash or stock to investors as a reward. So dividend yield is high in Taiwan listed companies. Comparing, you can see if you invest your money in Taiwan stock, you can earn every year probably more than 5%. But with the same amount of money you deposit in the bank, today the interest is very low, almost zero. So this is also a very attractive reason you buy the Taiwan stocks. Okay, and not only this, today, I mean, in maybe several months later, we will have a new rule so that you can buy Taiwan stock for 1 share or 2 shares during the market time. So that means small investors, such as students, can also buy Taiwan stock for a small amount of money, maybe 3 months later this year. Okay, so that are some, we always have new products, new services for our investors. So that's some important reasons why Taiwan stock market is going very well. And not only Taiwan Stock Exchange, we also have Taipei Exchange. So smaller companies can also list it on Taipei Exchange. And we also have the website for Taipei Exchange. And more than 700 companies listed in Taipei Exchange. Okay, so comparing with Taiwan Stock Exchange, Taipei Exchange is for smaller companies. Okay. So the next I will introduce you is about the futures market in Taiwan. We also have futures traded in futures exchange, and the trading time is from 8:45 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. So that is about 15 minutes earlier than the beginning of the stock trading, and 15 minutes later, I mean, than the close of the stock trading. So the total regular trading hour is 5 hours. That is, if you want to trade futures, you can trade in regular time from 8:45 to 1:45 p.m. Not only during the regular time you can trade the future. Several years ago, our futures exchange extend the trading time longer. So in the afternoon, after 3 o'clock p.m., we can also trade the futures till the next day 5 a.m. that is called extended trading time, also called night time. So we have 14 hours to trade the futures more than the regular hours. This is because some investors in Taiwan need to hedge the risk during the time the stock doesn't trade it. So you can see in Taiwan from 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. That is the stock trading. And 15 minutes ago, before that is 8:45, the futures stock starts trading and close 15 minutes after. So that is 15 minutes. So it closed at 1:45 p.m. That is futures. But in the world, for example, in United States, the stock opened during the 9:30 p.m. according to the Taipei time, and it traded till the next day about 4 a.m. This is U.S. trading. So during this time, the Taiwan investors cannot hedge the risk if the stock market in the United States crashed. Okay, so by trading the futures during the extended time, our traders can hedge the risk after the stock trading in Taiwan. So from 3 p.m. to the next day, 5 a.m., we have futures to trade in order to hedge the risk during this time. Okay, so this is called the extended hour trading. We have additional 14 hours to trade the futures after the market. Okay, so let's take a look of Taiwan Futures Exchange. Let me show you the website of Taiwan Futures Exchange. Okay, we also have English website of Taiwan Futures Exchange. And you can take a look of the first thing you can see is TX, is the Taiwan Index Futures. So today it is about 12,500 points, and it up about more than 300 points today. Okay, and not only the equity index futures, we have more and more products in Taiwan futures market. So we also have equity futures. That means many large companies stock, we also have their futures. And we also have equity index options. So I will tell you later what is options. Okay, it is different from futures. I will introduce you later. And we also have equity options. And not only equity index futures, and equity index options or equity options, we also have commodity futures and foreign exchange futures and options. So let's take a look of commodity futures we have in Taiwan. So in Taiwan, we have gold futures in US dollar and in NT dollar. We also have crude oil futures. If you want to buy or sell the futures about the crude oil, then you can also trade it in Taiwan futures market. And we also have FX futures, that is foreign exchange futures. So you can also hedge the US dollar against Chinese yen, and you can also hedge euro dollar or dollar yen, and also other main currencies in Taiwan. So these products help the public investors have some ways to hedge risk or to manage their risk. Of course, not only hedge. If they think the crude oil will goes up, they can also go to buy crude oil, even it is not hedge, it is speculation. Okay, so there are more and more products in Taiwan today. Okay, so about futures, you can see on the website about the rules and regulations as well, and you can also download some data from the exchange. And you can also watch some videos and some publications here, some research reports about futures in Taiwan. And I would like to, Professor Zhang help me to play an introduction video about Taiwan Futures Exchange now so that you can understand more about Taiwan Futures Exchange. Okay, so Professor Zhang, can you help me to play this?
Yes. Professor, this one, right?
The Taiwan Futures Exchange, The Taiwan Futures Exchange, TAIFEX, was established in 1997 to provide a centralized futures trading market, to promote public interest, and to ensure fair futures trading. Its mandate is to invigorate futures trading and serve the real economy. TAIFEX develops the Taiwan futures market by continually adapting to the ever-changing pulse of domestic and foreign markets, and by providing a comprehensive trading, clearing, and market oversight platform. TAIFEX's highly efficient trading and clearing mechanisms have enabled the market to fulfill its hedging and price discovery functions and vitalize the development of Taiwan's economy. As the sole futures exchange in Taiwan, TAIFEX is a corporation limited by shares. The company's highest executive body is its board of directors, the chairman of which convenes and presides over board meetings. In accordance with the Futures Trading Act, TAIFEX established trading, clearing, and disciplinary committees. Functionally, TAIFEX has 8 departments: trading, clearing, surveillance, intermediaries compliance and service, system development, computer operation, business development and administration, as well as internal audit. TAIFEX high-quality teams and staff work in concert towards refining and advancing the Taiwan futures market. TAIFEX's strenuous efforts have achieved outstanding results in product development, rules and bylaws, market streamlining, international cooperation, and IT development. This helped earn a variety of international awards, including the Asian Bankers Financial Derivatives Exchange of the Year for 3 years running from 2015 to 2017. And FOW and Global Investors Exchange of the Year, the top award at the Asia Capital Markets Awards received in September 2017. FIA's Market Voice ranked TIFEX as the world's 18th largest exchange by volume in the first half of 2017. In product development, TIFEX has adopted a three-pillar strategy to expand the scale of the market. Building upon the solid foundation of domestic equity index products, TIFEX has developed an international board with 2 new categories. Offshore equity index products, which encompass TOPIX futures of Japan, Nifty 50 futures of India, and Dow Jones and S&P 500 futures of the US. While FX products cover RMB futures, and RMB options, Euro futures, and Japanese yen futures. In addition, TIFEX also plans to construct the 4th pillar, commodity futures. A variety of other new products under study include British pound futures, Australian dollar futures, crude oil futures, and other offshore equity index futures. TIFEX has continuously amended its trading and clearing rules over the years to adapt to global market trends and to make Taiwan's futures market more internationally competitive. The launch of its after-hour trading session on May 15, 2017 is a case in point. By extending its trading to 19 hours per day and offering nearly round-the-clock trading, the new session increases the overlap with markets in the US and Europe. With steady growth since its launch, TIFEX after-hour session has established itself as a prominent channel for investors to trade and hedge their exposure. In market promotions, through a variety of educational events and training classes, TIFEX focuses on increasing the general public's understanding of futures and cultivating market professionals. TIFEX also seeks to expand institutional and foreign participation by arranging related marketing events and organizing the Diamond Awards annually. Together with roadshows overseas and international conferences, these efforts expand the Taiwan futures market's breadth and depth to the next level. TIFEX continues to collaborate with major exchanges around the world, such as partnering and licensing Deutsche Börse Group to distribute TIFEX market data overseas. As well, TIFEX looks to communicate and cooperate with other neighboring exchanges, such as those in Southeast Asia. Furthermore, TIFEX actively participates in various international conferences, such as FinTech, to keep abreast of the latest trend of blockchain and financial technology developed by major exchanges, so as to advance innovation in Taiwan's futures industry. In IT development, TIFEX continues to enhance its matching speed and system performance by launching its 5th-generation high-speed trading system and launch of a new IT center in Banqiao. The new center will complement the existing ones in Taipei and Taichung and strengthen TIFEX off-site emergency management capabilities. Co-location services will also be offered to improve trading and technological efficiencies. addition to business development, TIFEX has also continued to fulfill its corporate social responsibilities and heed government calls for giving back to society. TIFEX charitable endeavors included raising funds to help the needy pay for everyday items and schooling, subsidizing sporting and cultural events for the disadvantaged, helping charitable organizations to pay for medical equipment, and supporting the government's environmental and disaster relief efforts. These aids and supports are TIFEX initiatives in the hope of creating more momentum for Taiwan society. Moving forward, TIFEX will continue to hone our core competencies, introduce new products and new measures, and enhance the system's efficiency in order to excel in the highly competitive global futures market. TIFEX not only clearly demonstrates how regional exchanges can become globally significant, but also that it can become one of the primary derivatives markets in the world and contribute to the development of Taiwan's capital market.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so after watching this video, I believe you know better about Taiwan Futures Exchange. And in the video, you can see maybe I just missed something, like the products it introduced you that in Taiwan, not only we have the stock index futures, we also have futures like Dow Jones Index Futures, S&P 500 Futures, Nasdaq 100 Futures, so that you can trade the futures about the US market. And not only you can trade the futures in India, in Japan, stock index. So there are more and more new financial index futures in Taiwan. The latest futures we create is ESG. Okay, that is, you can see these are the contracts of this kind of futures. And this is ESG index. ESG is like something about social responsibilities. So this kind of index measures the performance of the companies engaged in a high level of social responsibility investments. Okay, and the contract detail you can see here. So for example, I show you the Taiwan Stock Exchange Index futures. The symbol is TX. And you can see the delivery months, because futures is a contract, and that is the buyer and seller sign a contract. And this kind of contract has expiration date. So for example, the spot month, so now it's July, we have a contract mature, or you say delivery in July. And we also have the contract delivered in next month, like August, September. And we also have next 3 quarterly months contracts, and so on, okay? And you have to know the last trading day for a certain contract is the 3rd Wednesday of the delivery month of each contract. So for example, in July, the July futures expire, or the last trading day is the 3rd Wednesday of July. So you can check the calendar, it already expired for July futures. So in the market, today we are trading the August index future and many other futures contracts. And the trading hour I just mentioned is from 8:45 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. And this is regular trading session. And we also have after hours trading session. It's starting from 3 p.m. to the next day 5 a.m. And the contract size is $200 for each index point. So you can calculate the contract size today. Suppose today the index level is about 12,500 points. Then for this contract size for each point is $20, $200 for each point. So the total contract value worth this amount. So suppose you buy a contract, a futures contract of Taiwan Stock Exchange. And today, suppose the futures goes up 500 points. That means how much you earn today is 500 points times $200. So the total is 100,000 NT dollar. That is the profit for today if the futures index rise 500 points. Okay, so that's about the contract size means. That means the minimum price fluctuation, one index point worth 200 NT dollar. And in Taiwan, not only stock, but also futures, we have price limits. That is maximum percentage of goes up is 10%. Also, maximum goes down percentage is also 10%. And futures is a contract. If you want to trade, you have to deposit the margin. That is, we call initial margin. And you also have to keep your maintenance margin, keep your margin level above the maintenance margin level. Okay, so I will not go detail about how to trade the futures, but just some knowledge for you about futures. And later I will also let you know something about options. So in Taiwan, we also have equity index options. So let's take a look of index options here later. So Taiwan stock index option, the symbol is TXO. And we have some types of options here. In Taiwan, the index option is European style. So exercise style, we have several styles, mainly two, that is European type or American type. So European type means you can exercise the option only at maturity date. So if you have a contract that mature in July, so you can exercise this option only on the expiration date. Okay. However, if the style of this option belongs to American type, that means you can exercise at any time. So today, not expiration date, you can also decide if you want to exercise the option or not. And later I will give you a lecture about what is an option. And I will compare the options with the futures. So the multiplier for option is 50 NT dollar per point. That means the same to the futures. If you want to buy the options, if the option price goes 1 point up, that means you earn 50 NT dollars, and goes down, you lose 50 NT dollars. Okay, and the expiration month is the same as futures. Okay, so you can see some detail about the contracts on the website of Taiwan Futures Exchange. And the last trading day is the same as futures. That is the third Wednesday. Okay. Okay. So let me go back to our slides. So I think we can take a 10 minutes break and we start the next session from 10:32, and I will teach you something about options. I will focus on core option basics. If you never hear about options before, then you can, through this slide, you can learn something. Okay, so how about take a 10 minutes break and come back about 10:32 according to Taipei time. Okay, so that means you can take a leave for 10 minutes. Okay, take a break and see you later.